So there's a lot of new things happening on the Google alternative media front, and it's multi-pronged. So you already know about the fake news witch hunt. And I've stated there actually is real fake news that's coming from the left and the right. There's a lack of accountability with regards to that because a lot of people want to say what they want to say to support their political position, whether on the extreme left or the extreme right. But there are fake conspiracies on the left and the right about the other political group, right? Just like someone saying, well, you sound like a libtard. You're not with Donald Trump. You sound like a racist. You're not with Barack Obama. So delusional thinking has really been institutionalized in the society. We shouldn't be surprised that we're at this point in the game. Advertisers, big ones like Verizon, AT&T, even McDonald's, they're pulling out of Google because of the quote-unquote extremist content that they're seeing. They're not really being descriptive enough when they talk about extremist content, though. They can use racism, right? Race baiting, concern about immigrants, things that really piss people off. Some of the white genocide videos that are out there, it's pissing people off. There's a backlash from the tech companies. You have a number of brown people, by the way, that work at Google and YouTube. So obviously there's people getting pissed off. Someone got pissed off at Mike Adams that seemed to have acted on an individual basis, hit the button, deleted natural news information. And now that's been restored. So that sounds like that wasn't like an executive CEO top-down decision. That was an independent decision from an individual at Google, which was corrected higher up in the hierarchy. So there's a number of different things going on in this stage-managed InfoWars. As we see ad rolls pull out of Alex Jones, and Alex Jones throws a major fit talking about, so I'm gonna sue! Just making a joke out of the idea of suing anybody for any reason at any time. And so Google has apologized to the advertising companies that are pulling back saying, so sorry, we will fix. So we've been talking about the demonetization of videos that are controversial. Doesn't matter what it is. See, the mainstream media can talk about whatever. They can talk about ISIS. They can talk about China, World War III. You could be an independent reporter, though, on YouTube. The bots are looking for certain words. An independent vlogger is discussing certain things. Not only can that person be flagged as Russian propaganda if they become popular and prolific just because they have unpopular talking points. I may disagree with them, and I do disagree with a lot of Putin apologists. That doesn't make them Russian propagandists. That makes them people with an opinion that I happen to disagree with. Why make it something that it's not? And so, controversial topics, boy, you talk about ISIS, anything I did with the Bundy PSYOPs, that was demonetized. China, World War III, New World Order, some say Pizzagate, other things. Controversial topics. What does that mean? Things that might offend people. What does that mean? Just read the Google YouTube policy. It's all there. Demonetized anytime for any reason. So this is all the more reason to kick in what's basically the cost of a cup of coffee or a couple of cups of coffee per month. If there's someone that you like on YouTube, this isn't, we got to get rich quick scheme so I can go to Reno and gamble and whatnot. No, I live off the grid. I'm making land payments. I want to pay off this land in 3 years. Please sign up for outsidethebox.vhx.tv. Know what you're contributing to. For extra money, I got to help someone else with his website. In the meantime, it's a positive, because I'm cultivating my own blogging ability a little bit more than I have. And there's a lot of things that I should be writing in the future. We definitely got to be thinking outside the social media ghettos and YouTube, which is why this on-demand channel has been launched. See, if they're going to demonetize discussions about geopolitics as we move to World War III, and this is really happening at light speed. Oh, you talked about that? Demonetized. North Korea, nuclear war, EMP, demonetized, dude. This is not advertiser friendly. Am I going to let that stop me from discussing that? And if you really support my work and the other things that I talk about, and there's a lot of other topics, there's the ideal place to support. And also a very special thank you to Patreon supporters and also those that have periodically supported at any time for any reason. Thank you, thank you, thank you. But this is what we're in for. Now, at what point would they go after whole channels? They already have. but they are people that are making themselves easy targets, one could say, especially with the one YouTuber, P. or something to that effect. The thing is it really a constitutional issue if you're putting out your free speech message on a corporate platform? Yes or no? Is it a free speech issue? The answer is no. Can you go into someone else's living room and go, blah, 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 I'm going to take over, blah, 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 I'm going to dominate the conversation, I'm going to be a jerk off to you in your own living room, you want to offer me a cup of coffee? Spit it back in their face, blah, 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 free speech. No, get off my rug, dude. You're messing up my my Persian rug. Get out. See? It's not to be unexpected that this would happen, but, this is my main concern as we conclude here. They're going to use this against free speech, all kinds of free speech down the line. I actually wrote about it 10 years ago at alexansary.tv. Look up, may not agree with what you have to say, but I'll fight for your right to say it. So, under the guise of fighting extremism and hate speech, what about controversial, conspiratorial labeled, that's conspiracy theory, boop, without even maybe realizing maybe a minority made that video. Or maybe it's not in support of the Bundy psyops. Maybe, they were flagging that for a reason. We don't want people to be making money off reporting on, the Bundy thing, where I'm calling out the Bundy psyops. Now it's come out there were like over a dozen FBI informants, which the government is making sure you don't know what their names are. See, it all comes out now. Yeah, they had informants at Bundy. A lot of people are not guilty. The guys that are guilty are like the group 2. People that came later. Like, hey guys, we brought you up some Snickers bars. Guilty. Bundy's not guilty. It's the psyops. So, I've also predicted a YouTube Google doomsday at some point. And that's going to be also a little bit more complicated to deal with. Right now we're like at this entry level. We're at an entry level where keywords, certain sensitive topics, and are they also basing this off of what's being said in the video? Being that you can actually watch a video, did you know this? Closed caption. There's literally a computer, a bot, who's yeah, that's serious. Check it out. Let me know how it's working. Let me know how accurate it is with my own voice. Does it have the Ansary down? But this is definitely something to think about where this is going to go in the end. And people like Alex Jones and others, in a way, possibly provocateuring and doing what they're doing. And basically no consequences whatsoever. As we see this decade really allow certain people to become multimillionaires by pushing their agenda. Is there going to be some sort of a backlash that maybe won't particularly hurt Alex Jones or people like him that are already powerful and wealthy, but instead affect the little guy? And even if they're not even getting super political, it seems that that's what we're gearing up for. And so in the end, when it comes to journalism, when it comes to surviving in the free media, only the strong, only the innovative, only the passionate, only the strong-spirited shall survive. And those are my closing thoughts. I'm Alex Ansary signing off for this afternoon of Friday, March 24th, 2017.